So what are some tips for creating high-performing and self-managing agile teams? Now, luckily, I've created a tool that can help with this. It's called the House of Self-Managing Teams, and I'm going to run through it very quickly right now. First things first, this is the foundation. You need to create a foundation of trust, transparency, and psychological safety. Without that, nothing else will work. People will not feel safe to take risks, to ask for help, to make mistakes, to challenge, to have crazy ideas. They won't feel safe, and trust and transparency are the basis of all teamwork, whether agile teams or otherwise. So you as leaders need to build that with the way you show up, with your behaviors, with how you treat people and the language you use. So that's the first thing. Sounds easy, it isn't. And there are 5 pillars that build on top of that foundation of trust, transparency, and psychological safety. The first is there clarity and alignment around the objective? And again, it's your job as the leader to make sure that's in place. If people don't know what they're trying to achieve, there's no way they're going to be able to do that. And if they don't know what they're trying to achieve, it's the leader's fault. You need to be crystal clear about what success looks like, what we're trying to achieve, so we can align around that. You need to communicate that clearly. Then we need to ensure that there's the requisite knowledge, capability, and skills within that team. Because it's not fair to ask people to do something that they're unable to do, that we haven't had the right training or coaching or mentoring for, or we haven't got the right skills in the team. It's just not fair. It's like, hey, you need to fly this plane. Is anyone a pilot? No. But you need to fly the plane. Well, that's just not fair. So we as leaders need to ensure the right skills are on the team. Then the third pillar is the right resources. Do people have what they need? A number of times I've seen teams, software teams, and they've got terrible laptops and they don't have the testing tools they need. They don't have a test environment, and we're telling them go faster, and they just don't have what they need to get the job done. You as a leader need to ensure that's in place. The fourth pillar is, and this is tricky, are their incentives aligned? So often we have individual productivity metrics, individual incentives. And what's right for me is not necessarily what's right for the team. So then I have a choice. Do I do what's right for me, get my bonus, my promotion, my progression, or do I do what's right for the team? I should never have to make that choice. So we need to ensure that we align the interests of the individual, the team, and the organization around team outcomes, team incentives, and we incentivize collaboration and cooperation and teamwork rather than individual productivity. It's a big change and a big cultural change for organizations. And finally, who's removing all of the stuff that gets in the way of the team? There's going to be so many things that slow the team down, that get in the way. Who's going after that? Who is clearing those things out of the way? It should be the leader. The Scrum Masters sometimes do this, but sometimes it's at the level where only the leader can do that. Otherwise, the team is going to be a high-performing Ferrari stuck in a traffic jam. Somebody needs to move those cars out of the way. That's the job of the leader. Now, if you build that foundation of trust, transparency, psychological safety, we have alignment around what we're trying to achieve. We have the skill set, we have the resources, we have aligned incentives, somebody's removing the barriers. Then you can start decentralizing decision-making. You might see those collaborative, high-performing, self-managing agile teams we talk so much about. Remember, there are no bad teams, just bad leadership. It's on you to get that right. Hope that was useful. Now, you can find more about the House of Self-Managing Team in my book, The 6 Enablers of Business Agility. You can Google it, and there's another video you can find in more depth that we'll put in the comments down here.